We're moving through some heavy energy, but just because it's heavy doesn't necessarily mean that it's negative energy. So, as we're in fall, getting ready to go into the winter season, it's natural for you to enter a hibernation period. And that could mean in the literal sense where you're withdrawing from social situations a bit more, or bringing your energy or conserving your energy more for yourself because you're in this incubation period that is like deeply cultivating, where you're not just rewiring your internal mechanisms, your internal responses, the way you water your inner landscape. It's not just addressing those things, but it's like you're actually changing the things in your life. That could be you're preparing to change locations, you want a new job, you want to fill your time with new things, you want to get rid of certain things. It's like a deep purge period. But maybe this purge isn't as intense as it usually is, like how it was in the past. And so there's a part of you that might feel like you should, quote unquote, should be responding to things in the way that you used to. And the emptiness that you feel isn't numbness, but it's like this neutrality, because you have the tools to handle what it is you're experiencing during this time. But I would like to see some more clarity on that. During our hibernation, during our winter arc, wow, we have the Seven of Wands. And I think that was the Chariot. Let's see. We have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We have the Seven of Wands, followed by the Chariot and the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is a period of time where you're sharpening your discernment. It's like becoming more of a sovereign being. What does that mean to you? Increasing your levels of integrity. Being more mindful about where you give your energy, where you put your energy when you're trying to distract yourself. What it is you're working on, because you know that where intention and attention goes is where your energy will flow. So I can see during this time, it's like, what am I doing that's making things difficult for me? There's a lot of wands coming up. We had the Seven of Wands, the Five, the Page, and the Eight of Wands in reversed. So this is, it's like, and then we have the Six of Wands. And this one is the Seven of Pentacles, but he has a wand in his hand. So this is very much like, how do I say? It's like the recalibration feels like your magic is becoming more potent. Your inner alchemy, your manifestation, all of this like woo-woo type of things, you're getting more, you're going deeper into that part of yourself. Almost like a check-in for yourself, reminding yourself of who you really are and what it is you're capable of. Because are you aware of your manifestation skills? What are you thinking about? Where are you putting your attention? Where are you putting your energy? Now is the time for you to address your energetic levels. So now it's like, let me fine-tune myself, because you are working on so many different things outside of you, yes, but this period of time is about the internal landscape, the work that you're doing internally. And in the past, it might have felt like major tower moments, and this period of time might feel like a tower moment as well, but it's not as catastrophic as it was in the past. It's more of like, because we're still in the year of the snake right now, this 9 year, it's like you're shedding your skin, and that's where the inner work is coming through, because this version of yourself that you have been has served their purpose. And the process of you shedding isn't always pretty. It isn't always peaceful. this path of self-awareness isn't always the revelations that come when you're in this high state of gratitude and you feel elated and you're doing all the things that you love. It's like, this is the time for you to get serious about what it is you do not want inside of you anymore. Anything that might have been hindering you from moving forward into the segment that you want to take yourself to. It's like you're not just responding to life. You realize that you are the captain of this vessel. You literally are the captain of this vessel, and you have choices to make. And I can see that this period of time, it might feel kind of daunting because you're being presented with so many different options, so many different paths that you can take, and it could feel a little bit overwhelming because you don't want to make the quote unquote wrong choice. But you're only hindering and I'm not saying rush either. This is a good time for you to be more methodical, be more intentional about the decisions you're making. But also, it's like, don't be so caught up in your mind thinking about, how can I do this right? How can I get the timing perfect? Because none of that actually exists. The perfect time, what is with all these wands? Now we have the 10 of Wands. Like, this is really just your time of release. And with the 8 of Wands in reverse, it's giving this energy of moving slow and intentionally, taking your time, being precise. But it's also the balance of, instead of being so fixated on your perfectionism, we need to address the perfectionism and how it can sometimes keep you in this frequency when you're meant to elevate. Because as soon as you give yourself permission to let go, you will tremendously grow. Because there's so much good within the seeds that you have planted this year. But in order for these seeds to really sprout, this season is requiring you to go in, to recluse a little bit, to bring your energy and your focus on yourself. Now is the time for you to release the inner work that you're doing. Like, you are an alchemist, and I know that you know that, but it's just, this message is just a reminder for you that anything that might be clinging to you, anything that might be looping in your mind, anything you might feel confusion on, just know that clarity does come with time. And I've said this before and I will say it again. You will learn that some things need to be let go of simply because they are heavy. That is the epitome of this card. Simply because it's heavy, you are safe to let it go. And it can feel uncomfortable to let some things go, because that means that you would be losing a certain part of your identity. But that's where the magic of life comes in. And representative of this 9 year, of this snake year. How willing are you to let yourself change? How willing are you to let these experiences shape you into something new? Be not afraid of your own momentum, of your own magnitude. I love the Temperance card. That's my card. The Temperance coming through, and this 3 of Swords has been staring at me this whole time we've been shuffling. I know that this period of time can feel really heavy. I know that this period of time is quite uncomfortable because these are growing pains that you're experiencing. You're realizing that there's certain treatment that you are just not willing to tolerate anymore. There's certain behaviors, there's certain even personalities that you do not want in your life anymore, and that is valid. You are allowed to have feelings. You're allowed to have your own opinions. That simple reminder can seriously shift so much within someone just by reminding you that you're allowed to be your own person. You're allowed to be uniquely yourself. You don't have to shrink yourself to be digestible to this next person, to be relatable to this next person. It's like when you make a joke and you don't specify that it's a joke, it's like they either get it or they don't. Have that same energy with the way you present yourself in the world, because your life truly is about you. And I really don't think that being self-centered is the drag that everyone makes it seem. I really love this deck, this spread right now, because it's really highlighting the inner work that we're going through during this incubation that is fall and winter. It's highlighting the fact that you're in a really deep season of inner purification, and it is going to bring up some of your deepest, darkest desires, your deepest, darkest thoughts, your deepest insecurities. Let's address the insecurities and how that affects the way you show up in the world. It affects the way you participate in relationships. And you will learn to let things go simply because they are heavy. It is heavy on your heart. You don't have to carry that anymore. It has never served you, but it especially now is not serving you as you go through this massive transformation. 2026, the year of the 10, is about to be hugely transformational. And I'm not even just saying that as someone delivering this reading. I'm saying that as someone who sees how capable you truly are of bringing everything you are creating into fruition. And things grow with time. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to, be at level 10 when maybe right now you're getting to like level 2 or level 3. You're deepening your own practices. You're deepening your own sense of self-worth. You're deepening your intelligence, your wisdom. You're letting go of insecurities. You're letting go of the small micro habits that keep you further away from what it is you are seeking. Staying on your phone late at night. Eating something that you know doesn't sit right with you when you said that you weren't going to do that anymore. Simple things like that really add up. They compound. And that's what this is. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. So can you show yourself that you respect yourself? Can you show yourself that you know you're worthy? Can you move like you know you're worthy? Or do you just say that? Do you live the way you preach? Are you holding yourself and others to an unreasonably high standard and not allowing grace? Are you being too graceful or passive and not standing your ground? These are the questions that are coming up during this period of time, because like I said earlier, this is a season of inner purification. And things are going to come up, like you might get sick, or you might be forced to rest, or you might be forced to take a step back, because this is like, if you don't take the precautionary actions to balance rest and that forward moving momentum that you do have, you are going to be forced to rest and forced to reflect. So can we integrate that reflective energy with that forward moving momentum? Are you pushing too hard forward and not giving yourself time to reflect and go inward? Are you too focused on the inner world and planning and thinking and organizing mentally, compartmentalizing, that you're not taking action? Like you're doing all this research on the thing that it is you're manifesting, the thing that you're creating, the thing that you're working on right now, you're calling into your life. Are you too focused on the inner? It's about balance here, and that's where that Temperance card comes into play. It's about balance here, and balance doesn't mean 50-50. Sometimes it's 70-30, but it's like going back and forth between the two, the many. Okay, let's get one last card just to close out this message. Just to close out this message for us. Just a message for us to take into the following day. Something for us to reflect on. A reminder. Ace of Cups. I love Ace of Cups. I love all aces because it's really just that reminder, like, all is well. This too shall pass. Don't even sweat it. When you're willing to experience all of the different facets of life, you will be gifted with not just wisdom, but peace, relief. One last card for our collective to take with us. What'd I say? What did I say? You are equipped. You are equipped. This is like such a renewal energy, but right now we're in the part of the renewal where it feels dark. It feels heavy. It feels like a very deeply private inner purge where this is your time to shed. Like being at the end of this 9 year and going into winter and shedding your skin. This is like the final part where things are going to come up to try to keep you attached to what it is, like in the way that you used to live your life. Keep you attached to the habits that kept you at this vibration, that kept you in those dynamics, those connections, that headspace. You are more than equipped to evolve. I know that you take your evolution seriously. If you're here on this channel watching this video, you are someone who is always tapped into their inner world. But now it's like, can you bring it up a notch? Can you show yourself just how willing and how devoted to your path you truly are? How devoted are you to yourself? How loyal are you to yourself? Can you keep moving forward through the murkiness, through this darkness, through the heaviness that we may be experiencing during this Scorpio season? This message is timeless, but at the time I'm filming it, this is Scorpio season. And I know that you know deep down that you're capable. And this is really just a reminder for you to not get so sucked into your emotions, into the tidal waves. Don't lose track. Don't lose track of yourself. Don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Know that you are going to emerge. Ooh. And when it comes to New Year's, okay. Yeah, come back to this channel around New Year's, going into 2026, whenever you see this video. You can tell yourself it's a new year, it's a new me right now, whenever you see this message. But I'm really looking forward to the magic that is going to happen as we transition into the new Gregorian calendar New Year, of course. Like that's what I'm talking about, not the astrological New Year in March. But use that time and this current time. You don't even have to wait until then, but using this time to write out, how do I want to look? How do I want to be? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I want to do on a daily basis? What do I want my space to look like? How do I want my style to look? How do I want my mannerisms to be? Can I, if I'm learning a new language, can I do more time on Duolingo? Can I journal every morning, even if it's for 5 minutes? Can I just list or even think about 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for? Can I leave the house 5 minutes earlier so I'm not rushing? Can I get off my phone even 10 minutes earlier than the amount of time I spend at night? Can I wake up 10 minutes early? Like doing these little things. Can I eat cleaner? Can I cut out sugar? Can I cut out the things that I know are not good for me, but I say I do it in moderation, but deep down I know that is not good for me. It's like, I want you to be proud of yourself, to feel proud of how far you have grown. Where were you this time last year? Who were you? Where did you live? What were you experiencing? Are you in the same place and longing for change? Are you in a wildly different place and you cannot even fathom what it is you went through during this last year? Are you still processing some deep, heavy things? That's what this period of time is about. It's like all of these things are coming to the surface for you to give them attention and to give them permission to go. You don't need to sit here and seek and search for the answers. Clarity comes with time. And I'm not saying dismiss your own emotions, dismiss your own experience. It's not about that. But it's about, like I said, giving yourself permission to let go. Because that shit is heavy. It is time for you to let it go. In order for you to really renew yourself, some of that has to go. You cannot bring it with you. You cannot have that many bags. Sorry, not sorry. You can't. Some of it has to go. Sift through the pile. Take your time with it, but also don't dwell. If you're willing to face your demons, they will show their face, but you are stronger than them. You are them. That is a mirror. And I don't say that to say like you're a demon. No, but it's like that is a part of you. That is a piece of you. That is a part of your essence. And when you can befriend that and make peace with all parts of you, that is where you find true inner peace. And from inner peace is where confidence comes from. And when you are confident in yourself, you are more loyal to yourself. It's like, you see, it all goes hand in hand. They all feed off of each other. So I want to end this message just by saying, trust that whatever it is that is coming up for you now is not here to make you feel like you're regressing, you're taking any steps backwards, you're stagnant, you're stalling. It's none of that. This is a reflection period of time. That's what you're here for, to reflect, to root deeper into yourself, to allow whatever it is that comes up, teach you, extract the lesson, keep pushing forward. We're in the last segment of the 9 year. Like, you got this. You actually got this. I know it can feel heavy. I know it's uncomfortable. There is probably going to be people who see the inner growth that you're experiencing that want a piece of you. Be discerning of who it is that you have in your life during this time. Be weary of, or just be mindful of, energy vampires. People who want to study you for their own benefit. Just be mindful. Call that energy back to you. Go within. Know yourself. Trust yourself. That's the key point, is to trust your journey, trust yourself, trust your decisions. Trust that you have truly grown from your experiences. Now is your time. And know that I'm here with you. Until next time.